Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is JT from Above and Below the Belt. I want to talk about what Adrien Broner said. He says, if I turn down fights, I'll still be undefeated. Well, that's his opinion, which I don't, I doubt that. I mean, he could have been undefeated if he was retired at 20 fights, but that's 20 fights. And you ain't, ain't nobody going to really talk about who you was because you just only got 20 fights in. I seen, it's only 15 people who's been undefeated who's on that list, but some of those people got 30 fights to 20 fights, but ain't nobody talk about those people. The only people who really was who fought the top-notch people that was on the pound-for-pound list in the eras was Rocky Marciano and Floyd Mayweather. They got 50 fights, and this dude called Richard, his name is what is his name? His name is Ricardo Lopez, but I don't know too much about him at the same time. But he got 51 wins and stuff like that. 51 wins. Rocky Marciano got 49 wins. Floyd Mayweather got 50 wins. But at the same time, going and having those many fights like that, it's rare to be undefeated. It's really hard to be undefeated in professional boxing. Everybody know that at the same time. But one loss or two losses or whatever don't it's not going to define your career at the same time. But Adrien Broner says if he turned down fights, he'd be undefeated. Man, I kind of doubt that. If you would have he should have stayed. Instead of coming up, especially coming up 4 weight classes too at the same time, of course your punch power is going to diminish. It's going to, you're not going to be able to knock down those people who's in those weight divisions like that and who's heavier and all that, been heavy all their life and stuff like that. Whoever started out a welterweight, he had to came up 4 weight classes to be a welterweight. You see what I'm saying? So Adrien Broner, till he met Marcos Maidana. At the same time, he said it says this is what Broner, a former champion in 4 weight classes, realized he has gone 0-2-1 in the past 3 fights. His recent record and overall record will be better. Broner contends if he were more selective about who he boxed. I mean, it's some truth to that, but let me tell you this: he selected Marcos Maidana. Not saying that he thought he was going to take him lightly. I don't know, what I'm saying, but he was. A showtime and a show off a little bit at the same time. Just to stay in the public eye so people could talk about him. And now they talk about he should be Thurman and then a Broner fight. I'm looking like, why is Broner is getting these he's getting the opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao and Thurman, and nobody else is not getting the opportunity to fight these guys to a certain degree. He lost. He drew with Jesse Vargas. He lost against Mikey Garcia. No, I don't think he should. He should be able to. I think he should go back down to the at the end of the line and work his way back up into the front of the line, just like everybody else do. Now, the only reason why he's irrelevant, or if you want to call him irrelevant, or because his mouth is his mouth. He have a lot of mouth. He's got charisma. He know to say things at the right time to get you thinking and talking about him, just like I'm talking about him right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's a little bit different because I'm just talking about him because he said he could still be undefeated if he was selective of the boxers he boxed or he picked, whatever. So I doubt that, man. A lot of people say he should have stayed at light welterweight instead of the regular welterweight. You see what I'm saying? He was much better at that weight. Maybe he could have, maybe. But that's a slight chance. Someone always got your number out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who it is. But it's rare. It's like an 8 to 10 chance over 9 to 10 chances. If you keep on fighting and you get over like 50 fights, it's a chance. I mean, it's a real good chance that you're gonna get undefeated. Somebody gonna defeat you. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You were selective of a boxer. Now you could be selective of fighting a person who's a C-level boxer, but at the same time, it's always a punch of chance that you get knocked out too. At the same time, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever heard of a cherry picking going wrong? You know what I'm saying? Look what happened. Alberto Machado versus against the dude who beat him up. Andrew Concisio. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, look what happened to Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson. You see what I'm saying? So cherry pick going wrong, huh? And that's what it is. But this right here, man, him saying that he just talking. He just wanted to be in the public eye, and at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why. The only reason why he's still irrelevant because his mouth. He know to say the right things at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Get people. He know to say things that. Why did he say that or whatever? Or this to get you talking. You know what I'm saying? So, he should not have been rewarded at Manny Pacquiao fight. I'm just keeping it real. It should have been somebody else. And then they talk about him and Thurman. I think that, you know, people are scared to fight each other, but they're not scared to fight Broner. And that's the reason why he got a lot of mouth, but he don't back it up in the ring. He don't let his hands go. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Thurman will pick him to fight him. Manny Pacquiao was right to was definitely going to take that fight. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford, ain't nobody fighting those guys at the same time. Don't want to fight them guys. Danny Garcia didn't want to fight Terrence Crawford because a Terrence Crawford team offered Danny Garcia a contract and he didn't take the contract. He talking about if you don't talk to Al Heyman, then it's not a real contract or it's not a real offer. Man, that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, man, this is just he just talking. He would have been somebody would have defeated him if it wasn't Marcus Madonna. At the same time, you know what I'm saying? It says he said something about I'm from the streets, man, and I'm Broner. This is what Broner said. I don't care, and I'll fight everybody again. Can't wait. Well, you know what I'm saying? Now it's a money grab for him. It's a money grab for him now. He don't care. He got that one loss. He just said, well, you know what? Maybe I can come back. But then he got his second loss. He said, you know what? It's a money grab now. I got a mouthpiece. I'm gonna show off and stuff like that. So that's what Broner do. And I'm not mad at him too at the same time to a certain degree because you know what I'm saying. You know he should have stayed at light welterweight. He probably still be undefeated right now. Maybe he might not. But we don't know. But that's something that we'll never know. But at the same time, what y'all think about him saying he'd still be undefeated if he was selected boxers and you know, but right now, if you got any questions, leave a question at the bottom of my page. Subscribe to my page, like my page, hit the bell icon for new videos for me. This is JT from Bum Blow the Belt. All right, bye.